Hello friends, so in today's hopefully a very quick tutorial I wanted to show you how you can set up your OpenClaw agent to be able to post to YouTube on your behalf. And the way it works is actually fairly simple and trivial. So what you need is access to a skill called Genviral, which you currently see here on the page. Now, full disclosure, I'm one of the founders of Genviral, so I'm certainly a bit biased, but hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be convinced that this is one way you could go about setting this up. Now, with that being said, the way it works again is fairly simple. So what you do is you feed your, or this GitHub page, which I'll also make sure to link to your agent. Now, once that is done, a few more things need to be in place. First of all, again, also full disclosure, you need an active Genviral subscription, which will give you consequently access to our API. So now if you go on this OpenClaw page here, what you will find is all the relevant documents. So on top, we have our API. And with the API, you gain access to all kinds of different things, not just posting directly to YouTube, but you can also post to Pinterest, TikTok, and all the other major social platforms. On top of that, our API can do quite a bit of things. So for example, it can create and list and retrieve images and videos from folders. It can create content vis-a-vis the Studio AI endpoint, meaning you can create videos and images with AI. You can then consequently post. You can also create slideshows. So full disclosure also, Genviral is more so focused on the slideshow bit, but again, we do also have customers who utilize our YouTube endpoints. And so on top of that, a bunch of other things are available. So you can also analyze data. For example, you can get YouTube analytics performance back, and then the AI will also be able to tell you what of your videos have performed well, why it thinks the videos have performed well, etc., etc. And again, there's a bunch of other endpoints. The API itself is constantly being expanded, so it's never static, and so you can expect that there's other features and functionality that will be added once or by the time this video is done recording. Now, really, really important when you add the API is to set up your skill MD file and your OpenClaw agent in the following way, which is that when you set up your skill MD file, make it create distinct MD files for the different endpoints that we have. So for example, as you can see, we have a folders endpoint with a Studio endpoint, slideshows, analytics, etc. So when you do set up specific MD files for analytics, for posting, for slideshows, because you will not use all the endpoints and the whole API docs, which means you will only use portions of these for whatever it is that you want to use OpenClaw and YouTube for. And as a result, your OpenClaw agent will not have to go through the entire API, but only a subset, i.e. the relevant documents. And this is generally also good practice for any OpenClaw setup and skill that you have, is to split that up so that whatever automation your OpenClaw agent is running, it just references the relevant files. And again, it saves on token generation. Now, once that is done, just two more things are left to be done. So you also need to log into the product. And then from there, you have to connect your social account. So you do that here on the social post and then manage accounts, and you connect your YouTube account here. So just click on YouTube and you'll be able to connect it. And then last but not least, you need an API key. So the API key you get simply by clicking here on your name and then API keys, and it will show you all the list of API keys that you potentially have generated. So in this case, our API keys should be in the, as you can see, Pantry AI workspace. And then again, you just click here on your API key and it will create that API key on your behalf. And then that is basically it. So again, the actual implementation, i.e. what you're doing, will very much depend on your use case. What I can tell you from our customer base is that most are just cross-posting content. So they have actual engines already, or content creation engines running for creating a short form video on TikTok, Instagram, and then also YouTube. And then they simply cross-post that video across all the different channels and platforms that they want to target. So this is generally what is being used with this endpoint. Now, if there are use cases that you want us to implement and you have questions about the API, about the skill, whatever else it might be, please let us know in the comment section. Otherwise, there's also a chat interface on the homepage, so you can also always ask us on how to implement. It should pop up here when you, as you can see here, when you go into the page, on the Genviral page. So if there are any questions, as I said, feel free to ask away in the comments, feel free to chat with us. If you want us to implement anything with regards to YouTube, then please also let us know. And so with that being said, that's the video on how you can connect your OpenClaw agent and have it post to YouTube on your behalf.